Can't find the paper now. See if I can find one anyway. Can't find it. You say a good one, but might be a good one. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. I am Elijah. That's the message that the Lord God has given unto me and given unto you. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. That's found in Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. I want to tell you read Zechariah chapter 4, verse 4 through 6. Now I'll tell you go to Haggai, where the prophecies start at. So you got to do that, brother. Then, now let me get on with it. Then he told us, I'm going to send Elijah to you for a great blessing of the Lord. You should turn the horse of the children back to the board, the horse back to the children. He said, strike the way from the curtain. That is found in Malachi chapter 4, verse 5 and 6. I'm going to tell you, read 4, 5, and 6. Got to go to Horeb. Know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you're not going to make it, man. You're just going to be stuck out. Be stuck like Chuck, as they say. You know, you're worse than that. You be in this captivity and don't know nothing. Why you got in the captivity? How you got in the captivity? Captivity, how you going to get out of captivity? You got to steal this camera. Man, this camera just, I don't have no control over it. Or they took complete control over the camera. That's it. Then he told him, Malachi chapter 3, verse 1, behold, I will send my messenger. He said, prepare the way before me. The Lord whom he seeks shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant whom you delight in. Oh, he shall come. And so that's all you can do is give it to you as he has given it to me. Right? So that's Malachi chapter 3, verse 1. I'm trying to get this camera a little light, but I can't do nothing with it. So it ain't about, let's get with it. I don't know where to start at. Because I've been sitting down there this thing since about 11 o'clock. And I was trying to, because the dream that I had last night. So I know y'all probably had a dream last night, man. It was, well, might as well get with it. Hold up. Let me see how I'm going to put this. Because I know what's going to happen. Some of it anyway. But nobody can know exactly, but you know, I guess we can know exactly what's going to happen. The horrors and things of it, that's the worst part of it. All right. No, I'm going to be, this is an old dream. You know, one is an old dream. And really ain't nothing you can do but obey his voice, keep his commandments, and things gonna go well with you. But if we don't do that, we're gonna get a whole lot of trouble, man. You're getting so much trouble. I had everything set up and I got rid of all that. Why? Because you know the day is the new moon. Did you keep the are you keeping the festival day, the new moon? Just want to know what you're doing. All right, wait. So I gotta find the paper. Gotta find it here. Because this dream is for November of last year. He gave it to me. I didn't know what it was, but now that it's coming to pass. Now that it's coming to pass. Let me type how the dream, the date that I have on the dream. So let me put that down. Might help you out a little bit. I don't think it'll help you out too much, but this is how the dates are written on the dreams. Yeah, like 11, 14, 20. That's how the date is written down on the dream. No. I'm just telling you how, why I wrote down November the 6th. This one is, it would be like this here. I wrote it down like this one. Wait a minute. This is how I wrote it down. Now it is. Wait. Now I'm rushing. I don't stop rushing. Give me a second. Stop rushing. That's how, let me see. I'm going to make sure I have it written down right here. November 6th and 7th. So that's how, but the rest of it is written down like this. 11 slash 14 2020. That's how it is. Something like that. Give me time, be patient with it. I don't get to it. That's how I have it written down. All right. That's how another one is written. Write another one. Because that one, I started putting everything down. Another one is written like this here. You don't get it. I know you're 11, 15, 2020. And that's how another one is written down. Let me tell you how the dreams are written down. Okay, then they have 1, 11, 16, like this here. I want to show it to you. I want to repeat what I told you yesterday. 11, 16. Then you have another slash, then you got 20. You got it yet? You see, you got 11, 14, 20, 20. 11, 15, 11, 16. Now remember what he told me yesterday. He said, watch out for this date. From 11, 11 through 11, 19. That's how he said it. So I went back and I was just reading over the dreams. And so when the dreams came, so I started looking at it, oh, it looked just like we had told me to do. So I started looking back at the dreams, man. I just said, oh, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I had dreams on each one of those days. And the 11s, 11, 15, I wrote that down. 11, 16, I wrote that down. But let's just get with it there. So I had a couple of dreams. I had, let's see if I wrote them all. No, I didn't write them all down. I was standing on a motorcycle, and it had CLEB on a motorcycle. And I was standing up there on it, holding up on ropes and things, just standing up there while I was riding. So I saw that twice. Then there's another dream I was taken to a jeweler store to buy a ring. I had taken to a jeweler and I had a ring made according to an engagement ring. And the man, I'll go back where the man brought the ring out to fit, it fit perfect. And I asked him how much. He said, he sang, and I was singing, my life has changed. And he charged me 10 for the ring. Now, I would automatically say, well, $10. But it didn't say that. It wasn't like that. No, it wasn't like that. So, let me tell you what happened. So somebody took me into a jewelry store. And so they had a man behind them. Y'all see who took me? Oh, I know he says, well, the man's name behind the counter. Yeah, well, he could have been a Jew, but I didn't. So they showed me a wedding ring, and they showed a wedding ring with the band looked like a silver band. That's how it looked like, a silver band, a platinum band, color band. That's how it looked. And it showed me 2 marks on top of the wedding ring. I wanted to get a band. It took me there for a wedding ring. So it showed me the bride ring. the engagement ring with the stone on top. That's what it showed. And showed me on the side, they had 2 little marks on the side. And so they were going to make me a band, a wedding band, like according to those specs. And so the specification, man, according to how the ring looked and male ring, so for silver. So he takes it out, the ring, but it's not no plain silver ring. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I say it looks something like platinum, something like that. Okay, and then it looked like they had little small diamond stone, chip stones that they say around. That's the way it looked. But anyway, but I know that's why I say I just went on to say it's silver. And then they had 2 lines on the band, on the wedding ring to show that, well, just the engagement ring had 2 bands. So he goes there and he comes and he had to show me my ring. He puts it on my finger. He shows it to me and it's silver and it had the same 2 little marks on there. And so I asked him, said, well, how much I owe you, how much, you know, how much I owe you, something like that. But they had a song, I was saying, sing a song. And so the song that I was playing was by the Williams brothers. My life has changed. That was it said. He said, the ring fit perfect. I asked him how much you sang, and I was singing my life has changed. That was the song I was chanting. Then he said, I'm charging you. He said, how much? He laughed at me. I said, how much? He laughed. Then he said 10. He didn't say $10. I put $10 on. He said 10. And then I woke up from that. So yeah, that's what I got there. All right. Then this morning says it's no, I didn't watch none of that food this morning. So it's new moon. So you're supposed to be keeping the new moon. So that's what I had to turn on the television. So that's what you're supposed to be doing, keeping the new moon. So I've been looking for about the ring and stuff. So I didn't really, get ready to me yet. All right, so let's go. We're going to 11:5, 11:5, 11:7. All right. This 11:5, 11:5. That was an antique store. That's my guy was in the picture. Listen. All right. I see a sniper with a scope. He is in a corner floor, less than 20 stories up. He has a green shirt taken out. He is on the corner window. Both windows are corner. One face south, the other one facing west. That's what I saw. That's in one of my dreams. Go back, I found out and think, yeah, you see what I see. I see a lot of people in the vitamin store, but the shelves are full. Now, this is the thing I want to tell you. I was in the house. They had this young man with a silver double-barrel shotgun. He pointed at me to fear me, to make me scared. Next scene, he is with a group of men. We're still in the house. He wanted me to fear him. I said, I serve a true and living God. And all I have to do is call upon him. Next scene, a man walks in the house. I tell him about the young man sitting down on a couch with a shotgun pointed at people. And he said, he's just trying to scare you. It probably isn't loaded. Next, he's still walking around trying to get me to be afraid of him through his speech. But I was uneasy around him, but I'm not afraid. Next scene, go read this in 11:7. Next scene, the dad and moms comes downstairs. I never get a good look at his face. I don't even see his mom's face, just hear a voice. When they come downstairs, the young man keeps silent and lays down on the couch. The dad is asking him to sweep. But I say, I will sweep. His dad said that's better than getting him to do it. So I sweep. They have stuff all over the floor, and these black small whatnot angels flying up. And I start cleaning them up, but someone is sitting down on the ground won't let me clean up or sweep them up. So I told you about that. Yeah, that's when during the time Pamela Harris won. But I've seen that before. I told you in the dream before I seen it. But when she came down, then I don't know what that happened. They had a lot of it. I used to have them little woodknots, things like that. Throw them away. But so there was like little small angels type. So she went over there and took them. Read the dream, sit down. So I just took it, and she just came down in front of them, and she just placed them and stood them all back up. That's what she did. Let me continue. Tell them what she did. All right. She would not let she nine already. See, I swept. They had stuff all over the floor. These black small whatnot angels lined up. I started cleaning them up. Well, statues, that would be all items. I started cleaning them up, but someone is sitting down on the ground won't let me clean or sweep them up. They are all black in the shape of small angels. Next, the fallen angel, they fell on the ground. Next scene, the dad is sitting up on high talking about his feet and how he should have worn cleats. I see his feet. One had one toe, and the other, it was an old dream. I told you I was going to find it. One had one toe on it, the other, I think, three. And he rubbed them. His head is bald with one little white spot on it. Now, that's what I've been looking for. I've been looking for that. They got a, I want to say a gospel testimony, put it like that. Testimony, tell you how Satan look, tell you how his hair look, tell you how long his teeth are, tell you how long his feet are, and tell you about his face and how he look. But I found it, but it doesn't really live in it. All right, so they say that I think, say his head is bald with one little white spot on it. So I'm gonna read it all to you, but let me see if I can go there right there. Just hold on. Just be patient with me because I've been looking for it. And I know if I put the word out, somebody will find it. Man, somebody will find this thing so fast. Yeah, they'll find it. Let me see if I can. No, let me see. All right. No, I want to tell you. Let me tell you. So let's go there. We're going to. Now I'm still reading the dream, but I'm going to tell you because, like he told you, when I was saying, he's not going to be able to change his appearance. Oh, he's not going to be able to change his appearance. Not going to be able to change. That way I heard that. Man, you know what makes it so bad? I hear this thing just about every day. Every day. How he's not going to be able to change, even though you're able to change the ship shape until one time it looked like a little girl, next time it looked like a man. But, and that was said, but man, it would make it so bad. I listen to this thing. This is about every day I listen to that thing. But now, when it comes down for me to find out, I can't find it. I don't know. It tell you how his hair is, tell you how his feet are, it tell you. Anyway, let's continue. We're going to this the populace of Elijah. They say he will increase the signs and miracles. He will do things that Christ did. The whole soul exception of raising the dead. Through this you will know him, that he is the son of lawlessness, that he has no power over the soul. I'll tell you about his signs so that you will know him. He's a small boy within with thin legs. So we say petite, police boy with thin legs. He have a spot of white hair on his forehead. His eyebrows coming to his ears, and on his hand, he will change before you. I listened to that. I don't know where I listened to it, but I went looking for it. He will change before you to those that look after him. He will become a small child. He will become an old man. He will change all his signs. The sign of his forehead is unchangeable. And this you will know that he is the Son of the Lawless. And so, man, I look for that this morning. I know some people out there probably know it exactly fine. But this is a dream that I had. That's how I know that he's back. Man, it started November last year. All right, but just listen to what I'm saying. All right. I could have done that a little better. Because I shouldn't have put the 2020 on there. No, 20 goes on there. 2020 don't go on there. It's 11, 14, 20, 11, 15, 20, 11, 16, 20, 11, 17, 20, 11, 18, 20, 11, 19, 20. That's how the dreams are. Okay. Anyway, let me continue on. It said, he rubbed his, he said, I see his feet. One had one toe on it, the other, I think, three. And he rubs them. His head is bald with one little white spot on it. No hair on his face or head. He was sitting up high on this, which is a throne type setting. Next scene, the young man and myself was outside as he asked me, did I want to go to a nightclub? Now understand this here. When that woman the woman came down first, didn't they? And boy, he was afraid. Boy, he would jump on that couch and wouldn't move. Yeah, he was afraid. All the other time you try and make me be afraid and everything. But man, they came down. Well, read this one of November the 7th. I told you, I explained it more better than that because it was fresh. All right. Then they asked me, did I want to go to a nightclub? I tell them, I haven't done that in so many years, since 4, I said. That's what I said. Next thing, I tell him to come and he will look for my truck, and we start walking. So I could remember driving with him and telling me where to park the truck at. So we were looking for that spot. Next thing, we see this man arguing with another man about a dog. He was arguing about a dog. That he is offering to come and sit in these broken cisterns or cisterns. Look like a box, broken glass, with the light on it and a cistern in it. So it was a regular box, like a gas lamp. You know, some people have that square gas lamp coming up or something like that, but it was broken. The glass and everything broke, but the light was still on. Still could see the glass. The light was still on. And he said, the broken glass with the light on, and he said sat in the box. The other man could shapeshift. And the other man who was angry, I tell him, don't worry, don't get upset over it. The man looked like someone I knew. And I was trying to tell you, he looked like somebody I know. I know the lies he tells me about and how I didn't work or didn't go to work. And he has to go in. I mean, you go this plan way much better. It was fresh in my mind. Now I can remember some mistakes, not all of them. I know the lies he tells me about how I didn't work or I didn't go to work, and he has to go in. I just thought he had lost his way. Next thing, we're looking for the truck, but every block is totally destroyed. Every block is totally destroyed. Yeah? I mean, the houses, the building, everything looks like rubble. So I tell the young man with me to go home. And I just was looking at the destruction, block after block. People standing out, some of them Some of them you could see some light, but I don't know if it's from the fires or some lights did go out and I wakes up. That's what's on that day. All right. I was telling the man I was with, I'd never seen his face. I was telling him about how I had a dream about planes coming from the air, lots of them, numerous of them. Then they start falling down or diving down. And as I was telling him, I just saw one seaplane. Next they had a lot, numerous seaplanes coming up from the sea. They are the same blue with the seaplane, same blue and white. I tell the man, you see, just like that. Then I wanted to tell more out of the way the sky was full. Then I wanted to move out the way as the skies was full of them. Yeah, because I remember that dream. I was telling him about, he was walking face coming out the Atlantic Ocean. That's where I saw one seaplane. And then after I saw one seaplane, I was telling him about the dream that I had about numerous planes falling down from the sky. But that was about warplanes, I think, that I saw that time. It was at nighttime. And so this was during the daytime. And so I looked up, I said, yeah, like that. I seen that one seaplane. The next thing I knew, boy, they had a whole lot of seaplanes coming up. Yeah, the same type of seaplane. Really showed that same type of seaplanes you go out there and look for the hurricanes and the storms. That's what I saw. It was coming out of the Atlantic Ocean side. I was rising up or walking to look on the side of the bridge, nothing but trash. Nothing but trash on the side of the bridge. I saw people bring something to the Home Depot collecting something. I only saw the lady at the table taking whatever it. I had a knife and it slipped and I nicked myself. I passed a man who was to prepare the side of the wall with blue material. I had went out with people saying no, because these dream here. Tell them about what's going on. All right, see. No way of that. See, no, because it gets deep into what's about to take place, what's about to happen. All right, let me see it. Because I've written it down. You don't see a lot, you see a little bit of it, but you know, a lady had on blue, green, and red belt, long shirt. Asked me, do I like her pants? Her pants, her hair was mango gray. She was covered like a woman should want to be, but her head wasn't covered. Wait. I was looking at this garden at first. The people had come and planted vegetables, and next thing, the garden had overgrown. The carrots were huge and onions were plenty. Just all types of herbs, everything was past the harvest time. And as I walked past them, I heard two people in the backyard. One was talking about the problem he was having with someone on the phone. The other one said, let me talk to them. I like doing that. Next thing, I'm by this large ship that had rotten or deteriorated. The young man was watching them. I told him they didn't want to repair that ship because of the cost. So they made excuses and let them set and watched them all fall apart. And I was left, and all was left were a few steel streams where you can see how once there was large ship. I explained all to him and asked him, how did I know? I told him I lived it. That's how I knew. So I go back and I went over these dreams with you before. Right. Level 14. All right. Now, yeah, See, a woman had on a black and white tight dress, large hat, same color, smoking a cigarette with a large hem hole. So you know that's out there now. You got to do silver. Don't worry about the time, man. But I really don't have too much to say. I was in the house with my daughter, but I knew if I was in her house, didn't know whether I was in the house or not. She was at the computer sitting down. I was in one of the rooms in the back of the kitchen. I heard this horn go off. Horns, not just one, horns go off. That's what I heard. This is one of my old videos during that time, 11, 14, 20. 11, 14, 20. Lord God told you watch. He said, be on high alert from where? From the 11th to the 18th. So all this falls in line. All right. Just telling you because I read the dreams and tell you everything that's happened. All right. So I heard the horns go off, but they sound like warning horns that goes off in the plant. So I think she's setting the alarm on her computer. But now they're getting louder. So I go outside the house I don't know. I go outside the house I don't know she is. I don't know where the house is, but I don't know. She is. I don't know she is. I walk out the door. I see her neighbor. He is looking to the south in the sky. Now I look for the water to rise, but all I could see is clouds, lots of clouds covering the sky. So after seeing this, I go and I wakes up. So the horns go off. All right. All I can do is tell you like he's giving unto me. 11, 14. I was in the house. I was in this house that others own. I was in the back room on the computer. Don't know who with. I watch or doing on it. But they had this man lurking in the hall outside this door. He's watching me in his house in disarray. He was watching me go home and have sex with his wife and the woman. He was watching on the screen having sex with his wife or woman. He was black and woman white. The kid was sleeping on the sofa or couch. The man was standing up watching his son or the children masturbating and just doing it so hard that he fell over the sofa. You do the same watching on a computer, having sex with their woman. So I came to the entrance and asked him, why are you watching me? Next, I see 3 cockroaches crawling around under my feet. Better pay attention to what's going on because this is going to happen, man. Man, I have so much happen. Tell you living in a, let me read this one. I saw Obama dressed going somewhere. He just spoke. Next, I was with a child dressed up. Obama with a child or boy. As we passed, he had on a pair of orange shorts. I spoke to him as he passed. He had this child on his shoulder and told him, see, I told you. As I got to a certain distance, I howled back and asked him, what are you doing? That's why I asked him, what are you doing? And he said, nothing. Next thing, me and the child that was with me had on a light gray suit. He walked up to the hill, but it was inside. He gets to the top, 2 young men, one has asked for some money for the movie that he will be playing or will be watching tonight. He gave me a CD and tells me to give it to the lady or the woman down, or on the way down. Next thing, we get down on the other side, the lady takes the CD, the young boy and I are leaving there. This woman sitting on the stool, I asked her how much? And she said nothing, and she laughed. I'm ready to go back and read these dreams because that's what's going to happen. Next dream, I hear my friend calls me on his phone. And I'm in the back of the house. I hear his wife talking, but there's one who called me. Next scene, he was with a young man talking about fixing his floor, putting in new flooring. He's inside lots of $50, half a currents, about 10 pounds of them. You can hear them. Next scene, the young man asks, when can he start on the job? And I'm wondering why he didn't ask me to do the job of advice about it. Next scene, my friend and the young men are walking around. I remember the cars. The man he was talking with had got the cars. Next scene, left my friend as the cars in his shirt. The boy to come and get some. He tells the boy to come and get some of them. I tell him to go ahead, so go ahead of them. Next scene, I see two men going around looking at my friend, and I woke up. First time I see a young man and my friend, the second floor bedroom, talking about the job putting down new flooring. Arthur will give it to you because each one of them tell you what's going to happen. You can only give a little part of it, but you know it's going to happen. All right, because like this one here had 2 movies, 15. All right, let me see. That 15 tell you about, well, I'm not going over to my time for the show. All right. Okay, I'm skipping forward. I'm going all the way to 16. 15, on a 15, tell you men had a tray of apples. The man said, don't touch them. They would if you did. He didn't say what they was going to do if you touched the apple. Next thing, downstairs, they were throwing marbles at each other. He said, don't touch. They will take and hit you with one of them and tear your leg off. One scene, well, you know what it is. Next thing, I was with my cousin, and she said someone had taken something from her, 200 worth. I'll tell you what. They had a man trying to find about they had taken, how much they had taken pills from her. Taken 200 worth. I was in the room with Jake. He had crack like substance. It was divided, and I had taken all of one. I told him to give it back. He did, and we divided it. Next scene was walking out of the door to meet the judge named Mathis, who knew what we was up to something. And as we passed the judge's room upstairs, he had a lot of painting projects. He has color pencil to complete them. So you're gonna be judged, man. That's what I'm telling you, this judgment. All right, everybody being judged. Everybody. And let me see. Color pencil to complete them. Jake, he goes 1, 1, and I keep straight. He goes 1, 1, and I keep straight. All right, 16. 16. 11, 16. I saw a shaking. I saw the shaking. I was in it. I saw the shaking. I was in it. I said, earthquake. And it was a violent one. Because the reason why I'm reading this to you, because that's what the Lord going to say, be on alert. And so this morning, I just went over this, took up the green book and started reading it. This one here. And then next thing I know, I look up there and say, man, 11, 18, 11, 15, 11, 16. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But the Lord God, that's how he gave it unto me. And I told you, I don't write down the dates. But this time I wrote down the dates. And God, so wonderful. But anyway, yeah, so the 16, when is the 16? When is the 16? Because he told me on alert from where? From the 11 to the 18. And if I'm in an earthquake, boy, it was a violent one. Now he said, I'm reading everything that's going to happen, what's going to take place. Man, I know so much that's going to have to take place. I'm just giving you a little taste of it. All right. Because, anyway, let's go. Well, just like, I won't get to it. I won't get to it. I won't get to it. Because if I got the band, meaning marriage, the marriage supper of the Lamb, and what it is, the day of darkness. Marriage supper of the Lamb, what's going to happen on that day? 11, 16. I saw the shake and I was in it. I said earthquake. I was in a violent one. It was a violent earthquake. 11:17. The palm tree swayed and a very bad storm was blowing. That's the 17th. The 18th. I saw the waters running with dirty dishes under being clean. That's the 18th. All right? What you thought I was reading all that for you for nothing? I was in the bedroom with a woman. Next scene, we were outside. I had my toddler, maybe about 2 or 3 years old. I see the sign in his eyes, high blood pressure. I ignore it. Next scene, I goes to play in the ditch. I let him go play in the ditch with other children. But I see the nose bleeding. I pick him up and lay his head on my shoulder. Next scene, I'm in the house with someone. I asked her to marry you. Yeah, someone said, ask her to marry you. I said, I would not, as I told the child as I sat on the couch. Yeah. Building being rolled, seen through the walls, look down, blood walls. Well, I'm gonna stop it right there because it's a dream book. You know, all the dreams I had in the book, and it's one during this time. Man, during this time, darkness. I see earthquake during that time, the darkness during that time, prices go up during that time. Yeah, because the Hershey bars on the top shelf, they're $2.50 a piece. So everything going up. The gas price went up during this time. Are they going up now? Yeah, I read all that to you, man. All right. So everything going up for carpentry. Everything is going up. Man, I was with my uncle. He took me to this house off the pants and shirt. He went into the rooms on the other side of the house. And they had a man and a child just watching me. I just was there. Next scene, the floors and the walls made of material flooring was covered with wall material. And the walls had floor covering on them and was torn. Everywhere I went, the man and the child would go and inspect it. Next scene, it was time for me to leave. I saw an empty bottle and said, it's time. And the man who was drinking with my uncle came and the bottle was on the table empty. Because the uncle is a carpenter. And so everything had went up. Everything was so high. Everything was so high. See, I was on the phone. Child mine asked me to buy her a chocolate candy bar. I said, okay. So at next scene, I'm going to go to the stair. I listened to my other dream. So I was going to tell you, see, everything went up. Everything was high. Yeah. I asked about the Snicker bar. He said the same $2.50 for a Snickers bar. And that's the, no, that wasn't the Lord's side. All right. All I can do is give it to you as you're living. So that's the time you're living in now. That's what happened during everything went up. All right. Let me see. Inflation, no inflation that they're doing that. Wait, let me see. So I just got just by everything I told you about. Then, let's go read this. I had marked it down. All the way to 11:27. Because 11:27. I ain't gonna keep going into it. Let's go read it. They have everything in there. Everything in there. So let's go. Because I'll be on that. And so I told you, because I'm gonna find it because it tells you how the Satan looks. And so that's the dream I had that he had came down. Him and the woman. So Pamela Harris had one. And so I told you all that. I just went over the reason why I went over because Lord God told you be on alert during this time because certain things gonna happen. This when you go to this book, Apocrypha, of Father Abraham, I read it to you too many times. It tells you how ungodliness and righteous gonna grow up. And Jesus told you, see, these things gonna happen what in troublous times. And that's the time that you're living in now. Troublous time. I told you, man, I've seen so much, and long as you obey his voice, keep his commandments, you're all right. But if you're not obeying his voice, keeping his commandments, you ain't going to happen. Man, God, man, how many times I told you I've seen earthquakes? How many times earthquakes in New Orleans? Yeah, and New Orleans. Earthquakes in Atlanta. Because if I'm at with my daughter and she's in Atlanta, then they got another one in Alabama. Violent earthquakes. One in violent earthquakes. So I'm just telling you. So be on your guard. Watch more than that, man. Guys. Everything I see didn't happen. I don't want to get too far in. Now, because anyway, so let's go, man. We're going to what this is. Let me see what this is. That's the way going to Luke. That's where you're going at Luke. Luke I would say Luke. I don't want to go to Luke. I want to go to Matthew, the 22nd chapter of Matthew. 22nd chapter. I know until that time, them little 2 hours don't go by so fast, man. And I tried because time has been speeded up. Yeah, time has speeded up. I remember the Lord God told me he has speeded up time like 10 years. 10 years. All right. So that's what he has done. Let's get it. Matthew, 22nd chapter, 44. And Jesus answered, spake unto them again by parables, and said, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. And so that's also found in the Gospel of Thomas. Yeah, I like the one of Gospel of Thomas, because Gospel of Thomas, man, Gospel of Thomas don't play, bro. It tells you exactly. It's not like this here where they didn't deal with what they want to do. The Gospel of Thomas just reads, yep. Yeah. This is this book right here. Because it told you this one before. So this started here, I got it written down. This not by Mike, it was started when Michael Brown had got killed. And so the Lord God just had me start putting it down, start giving me dreams and visions. And I just started writing them down. That's what I did. So that's where, so you're looking at this right here started with Michael Brown. And man, yeah, that's when it started. All right. And the kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain man which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servant to call them that was bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. But that's what not, I told you this is a wedding invitation. I tell them all this is a wedding invitation. And if you don't believe this, what the Lord God told Zerubbabel, hey, it's a rebel, I'm going to use you as a sin. And so, well, if you have an invitation to a wedding and stuff, you got to send invitation. Now, you got to have sickness go out. Sickness, yeah, sickness goes out and let them know that was transpiring to take place. And so when he sent me out there, you know, he sent me on the highways and the hedges. That's where I went. And some of them gave it back to me. Some of them I just all I did was being obedient to his voice, man. And so, like I told you, when he sent me out, he didn't let me give me a whole lot. Only 300 copies wherever I went, I was allowed to give out. And that's what I did. All right. Because if you go read, not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord, oh, you know that it's an invitation to return back unto him. It's a covenant. There's a covenant invitation. And there's no, when you read this here, like I get up here, I'll tell you go join. What church I tell you go join? You are the church. I tell you everything about yourself. I tell you go read the Shepherd of Farm. I tell you all of it. Because just like when they went into the ark, man, people didn't, man, Lord God shut that ark down. That rapture. Nobody can get in or nothing. And what Noah told them. Just like right now, man, I keep howling and screaming, but what's going to happen? One day, boom, it's going to be there. There ain't going to be no more howling and screaming. Everything going to be shut up and closed. And because there's a certain number, as I read to you yesterday, there's a certain number devastating the picture, and then everything is measured, weighed out, and put in the balance. Everything. There's nothing is by chance. There's a reason and purpose for everything. Well, when you go read our false album, see time and chance. Well, I behold and look up under the sun. Okay. And I saw that the race was not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor to let's see. I don't want to mess it up. Let me go. I'm just gonna get it. Because sometimes this pops to me. Sometimes I have to, behold, we look again up on the sun. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor, well, I'm just going to read it. No. I'm just going to read it because I don't want to mess it up. I returned and saw in the sun, the race is not the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men, or favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. And so that's what I'm telling you. So but then at the same time, you see there's a reason and purpose for everything on the sun. Then you go into the reasons and the purpose and the different things. Because even though that race, let's continue on. Because one day it's going to happen. Yeah, if you run a race, then what's going to happen? The race got to be finished. Someday that race got to be over with. Is it not? All right, if you're building a building, one day that building going to be built. All right. Baking bread, one day that loaf going to be baked. All you can do is give it to you as it says. All right. The United States has been battling a battle for how many years? But one day that battle is going to be over with, is it not? Same thing with you. All right. Again, he sent forth other servants. Again, he sent forth other servants, have he not? Saying, tell them which are bidden, behold, I have prepared my dinner, my oxen, my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready to come unto the marriage. There's so much into that. Because they have other people out there besides me, and he's giving them dreams and visions. That's why he told us that a battle should be like the day of Midian. When he used dreams, visions, similitudes, so you go read on YouTube, I don't know if it's on Facebook or on YouTube, but it's definitely on there. The different dreams and visions that people have. But that's how he said it was going to be. He said, in the last day, I should pour out my spirit upon all flesh. Because you're being restored. You're being restored. You're being revived. Man. You ain't the same old person that you was 6 months ago, man. You're not the same person that you was a second ago. That's how it operates. That's how it is. People don't understand that. I didn't understand that either. But when you start obeying his voice, keep his commandments, all these things change. You change. That's why Jesus told you all the sorcery and everything that you've been under all these many years. And then when you go, what does the law God tell you? What did he tell you? First cast the beam out my eye. Yeah. So when you first cast the beam out your eye. So when you cast that beam out your eye, what you doing? You're getting rid of all that sorcery and all the enchantments and all the spells that have been cast upon you. Read that to you in the book of Enoch. Because all this gonna be over with, man. Then you're gonna load yourself, man, on how easily you could have easily have done these things, man. All right. Anyway, all I can do is just give it to you as he has been given unto me, man. All right. Because when you start obeying the voice, keeping his commandments, he starts teaching you and showing you things. All right. Just like I read this thing many times, but now I read it again. Again, he sent for what? Other servants. So it's more than me that went out. There are other people that went out. Because we sent out the apostles, the disciples, apostles, and what happened? They made other servants, and they got these people here run behind monies, land, houses, and cars, and all that foolishness, man. I'm talking about them. I'm talking about those who accept in this gospel, like the Lord God told us, when this gospel is preached, then the end should come. All right, well, anyway, let's continue on. Behold, I have prepared my dinner, my oxen, my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready to come unto the marriage. And so that's what we said. The Lord had prepared the sacrifice. And that's what he told you, because a lot of people don't understand about the sacrifice. The day of the Lord is a day of darkness, not a light. A day of thick clouds and gloominess. That's why he told I'm going to send Elijah to you. Before the what? Great and dreadful day of the Lord. To do what? To turn the horse of the children back to the father, the horse back to the children. He said, I come and strike first. So everything is prepared and ready, man. So when all this starts, ain't we no stopping, man. When you go read Job, in the book of Job, and then when the Lord God sent, because that's what Satan is. Satan is it's a spirit of vengeance. He's an evil with the spirit. It's a spirit of vengeance that the Most High was set up on you. To do what? Chastise you. What's in those different heavens? I tell you that all the time. But they made, all right, but they made light of it and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise. So that's what he tell you, man. When you go read this book here, this is the Testament of Thomas, it tell you about what they had done. Same thing, but it's in a different form. So I like the way Thomas said, just the way it is written. Jesus said, a man received a visitor, and when he had prepared a dinner, he sent his servants to invite guests. He went to the first and said to him, my master invites you. He said, I have claims against some merchants. They are coming to me this evening. I must go and give them my orders. I asked to be excused from the dinner. And he went to another and said, my master invited you. And he said to him, I have just bought a house and I am required for the day. I should not have any spare time. And he went to another and said to him, my master invites you. He said to him, my friend is going to get married, and I am to prepare a banquet. I am not being able to come. And I asked to be excused from the dinner. And he went to another and said to him, my master invites you. And he said to him, I have just bought a farm, and I am on my way to collect the rent. I should not be able to come. I asked to be excused. And the servant returned and said to his master, those who were invited to the dinner have asked to be excused. The master said to the servant, go outside to the streets and bring back those whom you happen to meet, so that they may dine. Businessmen and merchants will not enter into the place of my fathers. That's what he said. Businessmen and merchants will not enter the place of my father. And so when I cried there, I guess I don't care if they get mad and won't say bad things about it, that's all now. But yet it's still about repenting. They've been preaching all these many years about repentance and everything, and about God's holy service and God's people and everything. But they themselves, that's what he told you. That's what he said. The Pharisees and the scribes had taken the keys of knowledge, and then he told you, more than that, he told you about how they won't enter and they want nobody else, let nobody else enter. And that's the pastor, preachers, and everything. That's the way they are. And so when you come and tell them about the books and what so-and-so say and everything, they don't want to hear that. Then say, oh, don't worry about that. Now, look, I got a book that you can buy, and this book will explain it to you. Oh, I didn't do that. They would say, oh, don't listen to that stuff. He don't know what he's talking about. And you listen to these pastors, they don't have no power. Whereas Jesus told you, say, these signs and wonders shall follow my servants. But you're still not paying attention to that. You're still, you're going behind everything of the world. Well, that's the pastor preacher. He should know. But that's a lie. He does not know, as I told you the other day. All right. And that's what they have become, businessmen and merchants. And they want to turn everybody into what? businessmen and merchants. They don't want to turn you back to your creator, worship and praise in your creator. They don't want you to turn. Why? Because they can't make no money off you. If you learn how to worship your creator and praise your creator, learn that's a spiritual thing, spirit and truth. And you learn know how is and go to the pot, but that's why they keep you out all these other books. So you won't be investigating and find out the truth, and you can be going right there with them to hell. All right. Let's continue. I'm just telling you, they made light of it as they're making light of me, and went their way as one to his farm, another to his merchandise. That's what we told business and merchants, you're not into my Father's place of rest. Because they're not worried about it. When I was out there and working and doing whatever I wanted to do, my mind wasn't on no Christ. My mind was on no, all the time my mind became on Christ. Not even during the time when I was out there sinning and about to commit fornication, adultery, whatever I was about to do. I wasn't on no Christ. All my mind still on Christ. For that few minutes when I got on my knees and say that quick prayer and jump into the bed. That's when my mind be on Christ. But other than that, no. I'm just telling you. And so what my mind was on, like one of my uncles told me, because that's what you do. Mind be on whatever craft that you into, whatever work that's what your mind be on. And at the close of the day, your mind be on there from the time you, really all night long, from the time you wake up until you go and purchase your merchandise for the next day. That's where your mind is at. And you spend all your time in those things and you have no time for your creator. Whereas now it's the opposite. I don't have no time for nothing else. I only have time for my creator. I'm just telling you. All right. That's what they build their money, just like when you got the Jakes and I really don't want to mention those people there, but you can't help it. The dollars, the Woolmax, the lambs and all that, people on money, the plants, all the people's on money. Yeah, just like Jesse the Plant said, I'm not bragging, but the Lord God gave me a jet and he gave me so much money, $70,000 and all that foolishness. No, he's not telling you how many people got healed, not how many people, I'm not telling you nothing like that. Because they can't make no money off that. And here I wrote a book, I want you to come buy my book. My book gonna tell you how you can grow your business. My book gonna tell you how you can move forward and to whatever endeavor that you are into. It's the same thing too. Mind don't be on no Christ. Even in the church house, doing those things, your mind is not on the law of God of Christ. Your mind is on how to keep that building going, how to get more people in there. That's what your mind on. You think you talk about winning souls, your mind is not on winning those souls to Christ. Your mind is on, no, your mind is not on winning souls to your pocketbook. All right, because the more members they have, the more money they collect. And you're no more than cattle and sheep for the slaughter to them. As the Most High have told us, most gracious Father told us, the word of God says. All right. And the remnant took his servants and entreated them spitefully and slew them. And the remnant took his servants, ill-treated them and spitefully and slew them. And treated them spitefully. But that's why I tell you, and well, I can say it one more time, because these things about to come to pass. Because I tell you about earthquakes and hurricanes and volcanoes and wormwood and stars falling down. What I'm telling you about chastisement, man. Come on, bro. That's what it is. Chastisement coming from what's in the heavens. What are the heavens? No, not. You go to this book right here, Testament of, once again, the Apostles of Father Abraham. What does it tell you? It said, all those that he'll treat them, enslave them, what he's going to do? He's going to judge them. All right. And the remnant took his servants, and entreated them spitefully and slew them. So the pastor, the preacher, the teacher, the prophets, what the people name, the rabbis, the Hindus, the Muslims, the Islamics, or whatever religion, denomination are, the Buddhists, all right, Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventists, that's the remnant. The remnant took his servants and treated them spitefully and slew them. All the righteous nations, all the righteous seed. Well, who do you think they're going to be slain? Come on, bro. When you go read Apocalypse of Elijah, well, who he's killing? The saints of God, the ascension of Father Abraham. I mean, the Apocalypse of Father Abraham, the ascension of Father Isaiah. Who are they slaying? Who they entreat? All right. The righteous seed, the holy people, the saints. Well, who you thought were going to be killing? The Christians going to be killing you, man. All right. Go read it. Listen there. But when the king, what do you think doing all this killing and stuff? And what do they say they are? I've been over there with you 2 minutes time. You don't think the skinny call themselves Christian, the nasty call themselves good white Christians? You don't think the KKK and all them? I didn't see them so long. There's got so many different ones out there now. Well, they're good, arrogant Christians. That's what they tell you they are. All right. But when the king heard that he was wrong and sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers and burned up their city. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Right. I'm just letting you know. Why you say I'll send you Elijah for what? Before the great and dreadful day of the Lord. All our books tell you the day of the Lord is what? Why you should want the day of the Lord? The day of the Lord is a day of darkness, not of light. Should it not be a day of darkness, not of light? Where you're going to judge everything. That's what he told you. Those who... Now, I just read that to you. What you think going on now? All right. When the king heard that he was wrong and sent forth his armies, so all the armies coming out of heaven and all that, and destroyed those murderers and burned up their city. So what you think gonna happen? I'm just telling you, man, it's written, it's there, and it's not gonna change, man. All right. Always go remember, if you want to find out, but always go back to the book of Adam and Eve. And Lord God told, the word of God came upon Adam and told him, said, I don't care what you do, what you say, they ain't gonna break alter my covenant that I had made with you, 5,500 years covenant. All right. There's a lot of things that these people hid from you. Just like the temple. The temple, when first of all, the temple was made, the demons helped to build that temple. Yes, the demons helped to build that temple. And not only that, they had to do that in a certain fashion. And they did do it out in a certain fashion. Everything means something. Every foot, every door, every symbol on that temple, all that means something. It does. All right. And then they had the prophecies built in that temple. Yeah, all the prophecies are built in that temple, man. All right. Anyway, well, you don't have to believe me, but go out. That is the book of Ezekiel that is written in. Right. Now, I think it's Nicodemus also, when they told him, don't come here telling no lie. When was because they went to the temple, went to the law. And then he told to show the temple how it was built. And the 5,500 years is built in the temple. Just like the 12 tribes and all that, when we gone to all that built in the temple. All right. Anyway. Well, I've been telling you, you can read it for yourself again. Because they'll come down and I heard this every way they want to twist and turn, but never come out with the truth. Like they tell you, say the remnant took his servant and treated them spitefully and slew them. All right. They'll tell you that. But do they tell you this part? But when the king heard that he was wrong and sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers and burned up their city, they'll tell you that. Nah, because they tell you what? Bless the Jews, bless that city, and God gonna bless you. That's what they tell you. Yeah, bless Israel, and God gonna bless you. Bless Jerusalem, and God gonna bless you. That's what they tell you. Send your monies over there. That's the blessing. Send your monies over there. All right, come partnership with us. That's what they tell you. All right. Well, I'm telling you something different. I'm telling you about what? Chastisement and judgment. Oh yeah, you're going to be chastised. You're not getting away with nothing. Then said to his servant, the wedding is ready, but they which are bidden were not worthy. Because they're not obeying his voice, they're not keeping his commandments, they're running behind what? Mammon, the God of mammon. They're running behind everything of this world. Well, if they're not running behind everything of this world, then why they can't heal the sick? Why they can't raise the dead? Why they can't open the sight of the blind? Because Jesus told all these signs should follow his servants, so why they not doing it? Because they run behind everything of this world. The game, well, they're gonna make an excuse. They're gonna make an excuse, but if you obey his voice, keeping his commandments, been baptized in Jesus' name, and receive the gift of promise of the Holy Ghost. Tongues, the spirit. That's the spirit. Tongues, speaking in tongues, that's speaking in the spirit. And there's power in that. There's wonderful working power in that. Tell me what I know. Anyway, but they said now they're speaking in the spirit, but they're not doing nothing. The power didn't take. Well, I was still able to speak in the spirit. I still interpret the spirit, but I had no power no more. That's all I could do. No, I had no power for the healing power was taken away from me because I ran behind everything of this world. All right. Anyway, let's continue. This judgment happened. All right. Satan always throw doubt in you. That's what he's about. Reasonable doubt. That's why they put that. That's why they got 12 people on that jury file. Because out of 12 people, they should be able to find one with reasonable doubt. But when they get in there, then people change, man. They get people to do their will. Man. People come down and give them a number, a figure. There you go. Because Jesus told you they take bribes, take gifts. Jesus told you that. All right. The law of God told you that. That's what they do. They take bribes and gifts. All right. Anyway, let's continue on. It said the wedding is ready. That's why you think he gave him that ring? Let me know when you get the ring. When you go have the rings and everything made and fit out. When it's ready, is it not? All right. I'll just tell you all I can do is give it to you as they have given it unto me. I got a lot of rings in my dreams and my visions, man. I got a lot of rings in the spirit world. That's what I had. All right, anyway, let's continue on. I hope you get yours. Go ye therefore in the highways, and as many as you shall find, bid them to the marriage. And so that's what's going on now. There's a lot of people being bid to the marriage. When you hear about somebody say, well, I was a Hindu, I was Buddhist or whatever, and then I met Jesus. But what the problem with that, they meet Jesus, but these people got a plan that had been set up to make one parcel, like as I told you before. So what happened to me, I met Jesus and everything. What I do, I run to the church house and I relinquish everything that I had to the church house. And you think that you're doing right by going there, but you're not. It was a design plan the Jews, Edomites came up with, man. That was a design plan. So we can't stop it, but we can take control of it. And that's what they did. Came out with these churches and these denominations, religion, and they took control of it. All right. Are you paying the money and everything to go sit down and listen to them? And that's what they did. And so, you know, Apostle Paul went out there, was under nobody, was under the Creator. And the Creator was telling them what to do, where to go at, the holy angels, what protecting them, telling them and showing them what to do. Man, come on, bro. And so that's what they're afraid of, that when you turn back to how it first started off, as what the prophecy said, they don't want that to happen. Why? Because just like he closed it down, they get no money and stuff. But y'all gonna have those, oh, this is my faith. That ain't no faith. What that? You call that faith? Well, if that's faith, how many people have you healed? All right. I'm just a question of that. Just a question if that's faith. The faith heals people. Go ask Jesus. How many times Lord God said, your faith has made you whole? That just like when they on this television program, they said, oh, so and so will listen to your program and they got healed. Well, who healed them? Did not their own faith heal them? Oh, man. Well, let somebody touch the hem of your garment. And when they touch the hem of your garment, just like when Jesus turned around and said, oh, my virtue had been went out. Because whoever took a hold of his garment had a lot of faith in them. And it was like a draining thing that come out. Then you got some people take a hold of the garment, then you can still feel it come out you, but just a little bit, because that's according to their faith. According to your faith, that made you whole. And then you got some, they try to rob you, they come and hug you and hold you and do all that, then you're going to get it, nothing goes out. Because they don't have no faith in the beginning. Because when you have faith, you ain't got to do all that. Faith, all you need is a little tug. You hide and put a little tug on it, you can feel it coming out. I'm telling you what I know. All right. Anyway, let's continue on. All right. Yeah, and I'm telling you that's what the Lord going to tell you. All right. So he said, go therefore on the highways, and many as you shall find, bid them to the marriage. So this is a wedding invitation, not by might, not by power, but by the Spirit. And that's a spirit of prophecy. And Lord God told you when he said, here's a rebel, I'm going to use you as a signal. So that went out. Then he told you the battle should be like in the day of midnight. All right, with Gideon and stuff, with the dreams and visions, have that not happened. All right. The Lord God cannot lie, man. So that's what he did. He went out there and bid his guests. Not just me, there are other people out there. No, but these people with the HOI, people, IUC people, that's the same thing as no more than Catholic religion, Seventh-day Adventist, Jehovah's Witness. They're the same people, all of them the same. Now, after, oh, look how they dress, ask what they can do. Watch them and see how many people they heal. Watch and see. Because that's Satan. The adversary is cunning, man. Told you that? All right. Anyway, let me continue. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together, and all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. Well, that's what we tell it, both bad and good. Because when you go out there, there's some going to change and some not going to change. All right. You got some been a certain way all their life. And you think they're good, but they're not. Then you got some people that have been bad all their life and hear the gospel, then what they do? They change. All right. Anyway, and the wedding was furnished with his guests. Now, I never heard that before, both bad and good. All right. And when the king came to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. Because they're going to have people there. You got to go read the chapter of HERMAS. Yeah, because we're going to have a lot of people going to come there and think that they're going to be able to enter into that temple. But they're not. Because they haven't taken off nothing of this world. They haven't put on that garment. They haven't taken and put on the 7 virgins. 6 principal men. They haven't done it. Why do you think? All right. Well, why would you say, Jesus said, many of them going to come down and say, hey, Lord, I did this in your name. Yeah, I had started a worldwide, a global ministry in your name. Oh, yeah, I went to Africa and fed so many poor people in your name. Oh, yeah, when they had a hurricane out there, I went and gave them water, gave them some place of food. Oh, yeah, that's what I did, Lord. And the Lord probably had to say, well, you did all that, huh? Well, so how rich are you now? How many cars you own? How many mansions you own? What you paid for that mansion? How many shoes, pairs of shoes you own? How many pair of pants you own? How many shirts you own? How many ties you own? Yeah, that's a value care question, is it not? The reason for that is this. There's a reason for that. You don't know the reason for that? Well, let's see what the reason for that. We're going back to this book right here. Let's go to that book. No. Let's go to that book. I posted it before you. Therefore I spake of my Lord, and when at his presence there are those and his name and presence in the sight that I have raised from the dead, in whose name you have seen palsied men healed, lepers clean, blind men enlightened, and many delivered from evil spirits. If they're not, all right. But no, I don't have to take it to that. Nobody say, you brought it back. No, let's go down a little further. All right. Let's go down. All right. Say, but even, you say, the devil is set over carnal gains, and the master of them that love the world. But even the lovers of the world do not possess riches, but are possessed of them. For it is out of reason that for one belly shall be laid up so much food as it will suffice 1,000. And for one body so many garments that it will furnish clothing for 1,000 men. In vain, therefore, is that stored up which cometh not into use, and for whom it is kept. No man knoweth, as the Holy Ghost said by the prophet, in vain is every man troubled who heapeth up riches, and knoweth not from whom he gathered them. Naked did our birth from the what? Naked did our birth from woman. Naked did our birth from the woman bring us into the light, into this light, destitute of food and drink. Naked will the earth receive us, which brought us forth. We possess in common the riches of heaven. The brightness of the sun is equal for the rich and the poor. And likewise, the light of the moon and the stars, the softness of the air and the drops of rain, and the gates of the church, and the fount of sanctification, and the forgiveness of sin, and the sharing in the altar, and the eating of the body and the drinking of the blood of Christ, and the anointing of the chrism, and the grace of the giver, and the visitation of the Lord, and the pardon of sin, and all these, the dispensing of the Creator is equal, without respect of person. All right. I'm because that's what they thinking, that none of that you're doing is of the law, or all that is of your father, the devil. All is of the demon, the God they call mammon, God over foolish gain. I'm just letting you know, man. All right, let's continue on. All I can do is tell you. All right. So when the king came to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. Because you're going to have the garment on. Go read the chapter for you. You got to have the 7 virgins and the 6 principal men. This is what you got to have. You got to abstain from everything of the world and put on what? All right. Go read it. And he said unto him, friend, how camest thou into hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servant, bind him hand and foot and take him away, and cast him into the outer darkness. There should be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Gnashing of teeth. Yeah, that's what it's going to be, in the outer dark. And who that was created for? You got to understand. Hell was not created for man. Was not. But man had committed crimes and things. So that's why it tells you in, I think, in the book of Isaiah, Jesus said, to hell have enlarged herself. Because everybody who choose that way don't go that way. All right. But many are called, but few are chosen. They always tell you that. Huh? Many are called, but few are chosen. Then went the Pharisees took counsel how you might entangle him in his talk. And they set out unto their disciples and said, adulterer, saying, Master, we know that thou art true, and teachest the way of God in truth. Neither carest thou for any man, but thou regardest not the person of men. Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? But Jesus perceived their wickedness and said, why tempt you me, you hypocrites? Show me the tribute money. And they brought it unto him a penny. And they said unto him, whose image is in the scripture? So let's say it's prescription. Super prescription. That's what it says. And superscription. Go read it, brother. All right, I always say subscription, but it's that not prescription. Got more than superscription. All right. Then they say unto him, Caesar. Then he say unto them, render therefore Caesar unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and unto God things that are God. But he said more than that, and we go to Gospel of John and said, and that which is mine, mine. All right. All right. Well, anyway, so no, we're not finished yet. Hold up, got somewhere else to go to. Because now you ain't gonna be able to say that nobody told us that. No, it's out there. It's out there. All right. Anyway, let me get to the next. Because you're a special person and you at a special time. I read all that to you. Who you are, what you are, why you are. You're a special person living a special time, man. All right. You'll see if you do it the right way. Because that's what he's doing. He told you he's going to raise up prophets that have been in his name. So when Lord God give you power and stuff like that, he changes your name. Some of your names going to be changed. And some of your names going to stay the same. And you're going to have all the power of that name, even much, much more. All right. Yeah, because your name might be Isaac. And you have all the power of Isaac and much, much more. Yeah, I'm just telling you how you go. All right, your name might be Isaiah. And you have all the power of Isaiah, the prophet, and much, much more. I thought Isaac was a prophet too. All right. All I have to do is give it to you as he has given it unto me. All right. Well, anyway, all I can do is tell you, obey his voice, keep his commandments, man. Every time I obey his voice, kept his commandments, just like when you go in the book of Revelation. And I've been over there with you so many times. So when you go in the book of Revelation, and it tells you what he gives you when you accomplish something. And he gives you that right now. You know, that's why he tell you lay up treasures in heaven. And so when that happens, you receive it here and be laid up in heaven, man. That what you bound on earth is bound in heaven, is it not? And that what you loose on earth is loose in heaven. So if you bind something on earth, but then you go to heaven, your reward is there. And so if you've done righteousness, then righteousness is your reward. But if you've done evil and wickedness, not according to the word, then that's his reward. Man reward. God rewards a man according to his works, according to his deeds. A man is punished by his own works and deeds, man. Let me get it for you. No, let me get it for you, because I don't want you to say, well, nobody never told us that. Where you find that out? There you go, you lying again, old Elijah. All right, let's see that. No, because I'm just going to read it to you. All right. No, I'm just going to read it to you. Because you forget, a lot of us, you're not being taught how much God loves you. All you've been taught by running behind him again, man. You're not going to be caught up in this foolishness, man. All right. I'll give it to you as he has given it up, man. You don't want to be caught up in this. Tell you what's coming upon the world, and if you don't have it right. All right. Well, let's see. Besides the punishment, your punishment is according to your works, according to your deeds, man. All right. For double grief came upon going for the rebellious, Oh man, wait a minute. Because let me see if I can find it. I thought I could just go there and easily pick it out. It don't look like I could do that. No, because you're rewarded according to your works, according to your deeds. So whatever you've done, by the same thing, just like I read to you, by the same thing that you've done, that's the same thing you're going to be punished with. All right. No, I don't think I'm going to. It's in the wisdom of Solomon. That's what it's at. But I done went through so much that Well, anyway, I didn't went through so much that I didn't lost it. I was find it though. I might not get find it now. Because you'll be punished according to your works, according to your deeds. Anyway, well, anyway, so listen now. I've been might be in chapter 2. All right. Because them people was knocking at that door, the video thing, the people wanted it. All right, I'm sick. No, let's see it. Well, I got one. Let me read this one too. He delivered, right? She delivered the righteous people and blamed the seed from the nation that oppressed them. She entered to the soul of servant of the Lord and withstood dreadful pains and wonders in sight. Rendered to the righteous a reward of their labors. Rendered to the righteous a reward of their labors and guided them in a marvelous way. And was unto them for a cover by day and a light of the stars by night, and the light of the stars in the night season. Brought them through the Red Sea and led them through much water. She drowned their enemies and cast them up out of the bottom of the deep. Therefore the righteous fear her, the ungodly, and praise the holy name, O Lord, magnify with one accord thy hand that fought for them. For wisdom opened up her mouth of the dumb and made the tongues of them that could not speak eloquent. Well, hold up, no. She proposed their works in the hand of the holy prophet. She prospered. I said proposed. It prospered. She prospered their works in the hand of the holy prophet. They went through the wilderness that was not inhabited and pitched tents in a place where they laid no way. They stood against their enemies and was avenged of their adversary. And when they was thirsty, they called upon thee, and water was given to them out of the flinty rock. And their thirst was quenched out of the hard stone. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'll post it too. Because I know it's there. I just had to look for it. I do. All right, here we go. Because God loves y'all, man. I tell you that over and over again. All right. Anyway, for what things their enemies was punished by the same as their need was benefit. Once again, for by what things their enemies were punished by the same and their needs were benefit. And so that's what happened. Oh, man, the people are being punished, man. Tell you all over and over again, man. People are being punished. You just, I don't post it. I said, Solomon, book of wisdom, man. Wisdom of Solomon. Reason why I'm telling you all these things, because you got to know who you are, bro. Like I said, one of the main things that is against us, because you're going by their wisdom, their knowledge, their teaching, and everything. You're going by everything. You're going by your the heathen teaching. You're going by your enemies' knowledge and wisdom, understanding, and you're not going to make it. That's why the Lord God told you, lean upon him in all your ways. Lean upon him. All right. Put not your trust in man, nor in the Son of Man. All right. But what we did we put all our trust in the Most High? Did we put all our trust in the Lord God, our Creator? No, we didn't do that. And so when these judgments and things have came against us, what you think going on? Because you don't know. You don't know. You're guessing, you're doubtful, because that's what they're supposed to put in. That's what Satan did. That's what he put in Eve. Reasonable doubt. But Adam wasn't so. We listen to the first book of Adam. You find out when Father Adam had came to Mother Eve again and said, this is what we're going to do, bro. You go stay in this side of the room for so many days. I want to stay in this side. And don't come out after till those days up. And then what happened? Satan came and did an apparition and told Eve, hey, it's all good now. You don't have to do this. And Eve jumps out, runs to Father Adam and everything, and tell Father Adam what was said and everything, and Father Adam tell him, oh, Eve, the devil got to you again. Go read it. And so that's what he's doing all the time unto us. And you'll be happy, you'll listen to me, and man, boy, and know the word and read the word and go to the word. Then all of a sudden, one of these pastors, preachers, come to you, one of the, because Satan is into these people. Oh, you're going to have to. That ain't so. What book you read? That's not found in the Holy Bible. But show me where it's at in the Holy Bible. That's not found in the Holy Bible. Then if you go find it to the Holy Bible, they go say, where is Father? Then you go to the New Testament. No, that doesn't mean that. This means this, and this means that. And next thing you know, all your power and stuff has been taken and you've been stripped away. That's what they did to me. Yeah, all the power and stuff I had. I went in that church house and they gave me dead prophets. They took away all the prophets. Yeah, they took away all the prophets from Enoch to Zacharias. They took all that away from me and gave me their prophets, Ellen G. White. Okay. That's what they did. And so there's no power in Ellen G. White. No, there's no power in Ellen G. White. What power she has? What power can she give you? She's a dead person. Yeah, she's a dead person. Well, call upon her and see what's going to happen. Just like Muhammad and Allah, call upon them and see what's going to happen. That's why I tell you, I'm waiting for them to come in with me with that foolishness. Now I'm call on Christ. I'm call on Jesus, the one who came to me, spoke to me. All right, I'm just letting you know. Because that's their job. Their job is to put reasonable doubt in you and get you to start doubting yourself and that the Lord God haven't done it. When he say he done it, he hasn't done it. If he say he hasn't done it, that's for you. Go ahead on about your business. Don't even worry about it. Try not to let it come into your mind, your heart again, and leave it alone. And then he's going to show you. Right. A lot of times I had asked and prayed for stuff, and I'll be looking for it, waiting for it, never came. But the minute I forgot about it, that's when it came forth. I'm just telling you. Yeah. But it's different when you're healing. When you're healing and stuff, it's different. When you're healing somebody and you're there, you ask them a question, they answer the question, and the question being truth, that's when, yeah, the question being truth, then the Lord God let you go in on heal. But if you ask them a question, the question not in truth, they ain't not gonna happen. Then you gotta understand, you gotta go, because they don't teach you right. You go to a book of Ecclesiastes and everything. Well, I might get wisdom of Solomon, so Barak, and they tell you just like a friend of mine that he passed recently, and yeah, now you know you go there and pray for these people and ask God to heal them and do everything. But what are they praying for? Because they might be tired. They might have been in pain and suffering so long and gone through all that, and they're just tired and they want to go home. And you praying for the Lord God to keep them alive when you shouldn't be. No, because they're praying to go home, and you praying for to keep them here. Come on, bro. All right, all I can do is let you know how it happened, how it go down. Yeah. Yeah, because people be in pain, bro. When certain people pass, Lord have been taught me. Man, they showed me that. I told you that. My dad was 105 when he passed. And he just woke up one morning and said, I'm tired of living. 30 days, he was gone. I'm just letting you know. Man, just letting you know. And left out here peaceful. No. And that's the same thing with half the people. That we've been living in this pain and suffering all that many years that they're ready to go home. And you want to what? Stay here to go through more pain? It doesn't work like that, man. It doesn't work like that. All right. Anyway, let's continue. All right. No, I'm just telling you. I'll give it to you like they have been given unto me. Then drew near unto him all the publicans and sinners to hear him. And the Pharisees and scribes murmured, saying, this man received the sinners and eat with them. That's what they are, because of the law of God, because they are so proud and puffed. I became like that. Oh yeah, I became like that. I had got myself a education, making money and doing all that stuff. And then I see the people out there on drugs and, you know, because, you know, got different drugs. All right. See them out there on drugs, see them out there with fornication, adultery, and doing all this stuff. Man, see, I don't have nothing to do with those people just like that. You know what God did? God put me down with the people. Let me know that those are my dogs. Yeah, those are his people that I'm talking about. So yeah, and I forgot where I came from. I was then forgot where we have come from. And God put you right back down there. All right. Then you next thing you know, you find out you are drug addict. Yeah. Alcoholic. Abomination, adultery. Yeah, that's where I found myself at with all those different sins. Tied up on me and hanging me and choking me down. Because I talk against God loves his people. And you talk against them, you get out there, yeah, Lord, go talk to that. Yeah, go ask Apostle Paul. Right? Knowledge puff up, but charity edifies. The same thing happened to Apostle Paul. He had all that education and all those different things. He was proud, he was puffed up, and he was on his way to kill all God's children. Everyone that called upon the name of Jesus, that's where he went up. That's the same thing happened to me. I was killing them with my tongue. Those who there's got a lot of people that came to Christ yet. Some people are still living in this sin and still going through things. And so I talk against, oh man, I don't be around him. Look how you look, look how you smell. Yeah, that's what I did. That's why I say it. Because why? Because I was buying it. No, I forgot where I come from. Yeah, I forgot that I came from nothing. Forgot that I only had one suit to wear to Sunday school, one pair of shoes to wear to church. I had forgotten all of that. Yeah. Forgot I never had no education. Got all that. No, God reminded me. Yeah, he reminded me quick, fast, and hurry. Yeah, got into that 7-day Adventist stuff. I was a Christian, 7-day Adventist Christian. Yeah, he showed me fast and quick. Took all the strip, necklace, let them 7 demons take a hold of. Did me right? Hey, did me right. Because love thy neighbor, I ask yourself, they don't teach you that. Oh, 7-day Adventists don't teach that. You would not teach you that. Come on with us. And just like Satan, when Satan went to Cain, say, come on, I'm going to come to your wedding. I'm going to bring you many gifts. And fed all that to Cain. Cain fell for it. The next thing you know what? All the Cain's children was lying down with the demons. Yeah. Lying down with those fallen angels. Go read it. It's right there. And Cain's children got what turned out, as they say. Yeah. Gunner. Yeah, that's what happened, bro. All right, I'm just telling you what's going on, man. I ain't got to. All right. I mean, if it's something different, you know better than me. You just go ahead and say it. I mean, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you know better than me. All right. I ain't nothing. Nah, I don't mind learning from you. All I can do is just tell you, man. Hoping that you don't fall in the same position that I'm on. Under the same line and everything else, because you that's what you did. Knowledge puff up, but charity edify. Just like Neil deGrasse and T.D. Jakes, Israel children. Are they not proud and puff up, but they forgot how they came over here on slave ships and why they came over here? But doing the same thing now. Turned it back on the Creator. Worshiping everything of man, nothing of the Creator. All right. All right. I'm just letting you know, man. I'm not. I was in the military. Okay. So when you go to the military and they pump you up, oh, you're going to serve your country and all that, and you go through all the things. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So at the top of this hill there, where they got a big old sign, you are now a professional soldier. That's what I decided to read. But you know what happened to me? I became a professional murderer. That's what I became. What you think a professional soldier is? A professional killer. That's what he is, man. Come on, bro. Because that's how these people do it. They're doing the same thing now to you. Oh, come on, be a Christian. And then you go be a Christian, then you relinquish all your rights to your Creator. And it make you feel like you have the rights, just like Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, all at the same thing. And it make you think that you're worshiping your Creator, but you're not. You're worshiping whatever they told you to worship, whatever doctrine they had, or whatever, whatever charter they're on, that's what you're worshiping. And you then relinquish your Christ and put up, that's what happened to me. Yeah. They don't tell you that, but that's what you've been done. And so when that's why Jesus told you, return back unto your first love. Come out of my people, be not a partaker of our sins. So you return back to worship and serving your Creator, and He teach you how to worship and serve Him in spirit and truth. Not with money, lands, houses, clothes, and all that. It's not worshiping. All you do is worshiping their gods, what they have been given unto you, man. And that's it. Yeah, I saw that. I told you so. I went in that church, and so I had been in church so long, I forgot how it was. Yeah, I forgot. The Lord God brought it back to my remembrance, and I've seen all them people on their way to hell. So many of them. And what makes it so bad, they think they're doing what's right. They think they're really serving Christ. They really think they're serving God. And all of them are sick, different diseases having to take over, and you can see it. Man, that's a really thing. Anyway, let me continue on. Then drew near unto him all the publicans and sinners for to hear him. And the Pharisees and the scribes murmured, saying, this man received sinners and eateth with them. And he spake this parable unto them, saying, what man of you having 100 sheep, if you lose one of them, do not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after that which is lost until you find it? Yeah, oh yeah. And when he had found it, he laid it upon his shoulder and rejoiced. So, yeah, that's when you go to this Gnostic gospel of Thomas, he said it pretty good too. Yeah, that one black sheep, you went and got that sheep. Yeah, long ago when he got that sheep, 107. The kingdom is like a shepherd who had 100 sheep, and one of them, the largest, went astray. And he left the 99 sheep to look for that one until he found it. And when he had gone to such trouble, he said to that sheep, I care for you more than the 99. And that's what he's telling you. Yeah? Because that's what happened. We went astray and scattered us to a folk on earth. Now what he did. Come and get us, man. When you on this paper right here, not by might, not by my power, but by my spirit. It said, yeah, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 6 and 7. Read that. It said, the black sheep is a very special sheep. The black sheep have been taught by the law of God to eat meat. The only sheep the wolves are scared of. They call it the dog sheep. The only sheep the whole world will follow. The black sheep taught the world to march. This time the black sheep should do as Jonah. That's the 3 days darkness and stuff. But yeah, fast 3 days and 3 nights. Anyway, so that's the love of God came to that in the dream. All the words that he gave me that. Oh yeah, he gave me that. And so if you have a sheep that eat meat, what do they wolf gonna do? Oh no, I ain't going around there eating meat. They don't mess with that one sheep. But anyway, so that was the Lord going coming to get you. Yeah, all this here is left for us. Everything. All right, anyway, let's continue on. So he rejoiced. And when he cometh home, he called his friends and neighbors, saying unto them, rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep which was lost. And that's what everything reads the same thing. Everything reads the same thing. He come to get you, bring it back into the land that was covered unto you, bring it back into the land that was promised unto you. And what you gonna do in that land? Yeah, bring it back in the wilderness, and that way I'll plead with you what? Face to face. And if you see your Lord face to face, how do you think you're gonna be? I'm just telling you. All I can do is give it to you as he has given it unto me, man. All right, let's continue on. Right. So rejoice with me, I found my sheep was lost. And I say unto you, that likewise joy should be in heaven over one sinner that repented, more than the 99 just person. Now that's people that haven't sinned. At least they haven't sinned. And that's the people that's in the church house, the righteous. The righteous, those who say they are righteous, but not. They're more than 99 just person, which need no repentance. Yeah, because some of them in there, they need repentance, some of them in there, they are, but they think they're just and right. But you're not, because you're not obeying his voice, you're not keeping his holy covenant. Man, how many times I went over there what these people are doing, man? That's why you don't have no power right now. That's the reason why right now you don't have no power. Because you're looking at these people, thinking these people are righteous and just, but they're not. They're not obeying his voice, they're not keeping his commandment, they're not keeping the Bible, or they're keeping right now, you ask them, or they're keeping the new moon. Well, you obeying his voice, obey his commandment, he tell you to keep what? New moon to new moon, Sabbath to Sabbath day to Sabbath day, and left with feast days and everything. That's his command. He said that. And he tells you, this you should do what? For all generations to what? Eternity. Go read the brother book of Joshua. In the book of Holy Scripture in the Bible to tell you. Yeah. Say this feast day, you should do what? Throughout all the years, forever, through generation to generation. It tells you that. All right. Either what woman having 10 pieces of silver. If she lose one piece, do not light a candle and sweep the house and seek diligently till she find it. And when she had found it, she should call her friends and her neighbors together, saying, rejoice with me, I have found the peace which I have lost. Likewise, I say unto you, there is a joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner that repenteth. All right. You can read repent. Better go read the book of Isaiah. And it says, a certain man had 2 sons. The younger of them said to his father, Father, give me a portion of goods that are fallen to me. And he divided unto them as his living. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together, took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living. They're doing that right now. Yes, they're doing that right now. All over the world. Yeah, riotous living. Israel, well, you got to remember to repent, though. Well, you look at them, they're tearing up popping corpses and everything else. And they live in what? Riotous living. Yeah, that's why they say, oh, Jew, let Judah not sin. But Israel, that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're the worst of all. And when he had spent all, when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in the land. So that's, they have a famine in this land. A mighty famine gonna be the whole world. As I told you before. I didn't see that dirt. The whole world. And when he had spent all those, when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in the land. And he began to be in want. And he went, adjourned himself to the citizens of that country. And they sent him into his fields to feed swine. Well, what do you think they was going to do? And he would, I can go into deeper than that. I can get way deeper than that. But you're living in such a time where you have to repent. You're obeying his voice, keeping his commandments, you're keeping the feast days. Now you're about to restore you back as the first. Well, he's throwing you back as the first. This is what this Pentecost is about. Giving you all everything that when he's sending disciples and apostles out the first time, all that's being restored back unto you. Tell you what's being done. Now, if you don't use it, that's up to you. If you don't humble yourself and receive it, that's up to you. So I heard the thing, maybe to go in them church hours, and I used to be a part of it. But it's a hurry thing to go in there and see all this knowledge and wisdom, understanding over everything. Because you can't say they don't have it. They got a cell phone. Somebody told them about it. Now they're going to reject it. Okay. But someone that told them about it. And they said, no, I don't want none of that. But somebody that told them about it. Man, you know how much God loves y'all, man. All right. I can tell you the same thing over and over again, how much he loves you. But until you obey his voice, keep his commandments, you might not never find out. You might not never know. Anyway, let me continue on. Just tell you. And he would fan him, fill his belly with the husk that the swine did eat, and no man gave unto him. Yeah. No man gave unto him. I don't want to get into that. I'm not going over that preaching and changing this and twisting it to suit myself. I'm not doing that. Right? And another time I was there, but I know better now. Yeah, I know better. You being ill-treated. They have been enslaved. They have been ill-treated. But it also told you that time was going to come to an end. Told you about the 400 years. Told you about the 12 hour, the final hour of the age. Told you about the 10 plagues. It told you about the 7th generation. And that's where you at. Oh, man, well, it's so much. Yeah, so much. Because when you go read Daniel, the 7th week, the last week. All right. The last week, the 42 months, the 3.5 years. All right. I just want to let you know. Anyway, because y'all not, man, God's people are wise, man. Yeah, God's people are very wise. They have made it so. But just that, when you go run up against all these other people and everything, man, you relinquish your gifts. You relinquish your power to them, as I did. I just hand my power and spin over to them. Say, well, this is what we want you to do. We want you to get rebaptized. 7 different things. We want you to get rebaptized in our denomination, our baptism. We want you to come to our classes. Yeah. Brainwashing. That's all it is. And then you start doing everything like that, Venice, and you buy your suits and go get your education at these schools and take out your white as your prophet and get rid of all other prophets. They might mention them, but they want you to follow behind Ellen G. White, buy all books and everything. That's what they want you to do, to be indoctrinated. Just like the United States has indoctrinated you ever since you was kids. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Yeah. You've been indoctrinated ever since you was a kid. You didn't know it. Moms and dads and them didn't teach you. No, they didn't teach you. No. Anyway, but that's what you're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be, even though you're in the heathen land, the enemies, they were supposed to be teaching you your Creator, how to worship and serve your Creator in spirit and truth. But they didn't do it. Because the same indoctrination that you're going in school, the same indoctrination they have in the church house. Yeah, the Christian indoctrination. All right. All right. And when he came to himself and said, how many hired servants of my fathers have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? Because they have bread to spare. Not running behind the things of the world, man. They're running behind, just like when Jesus sat at that table. Ask John. When Jesus sat at that table and they put a loaf of bread in front of all, Jesus blessed his bread and nobody else had to touch theirs. Yeah? And so all that coming back unto you, because if the whole world is in famine, you got a loaf of bread or some bread and you sit down there, bless that bread and you feed them all. Just like when Elijah told them, well, I ain't got no more oil, I got no more bread, me and my son will eat this last little piece and then we're going to die. I just say, not so. Bring it. Then told all go ahead, go get all those jars and everything, your people and everybody. Go ahead and get it all. Bring it. Yeah, and he blessed it. He blessed it, feed them all. Yeah, because Lord God, people always had water, food, clothing, and shelter. Those things he had promised unto you. Obey his voice, keep his commandments. And a lot of go read it. Go read it. That's why I tell you, you got to go to Horeb. If you don't go to Horeb, you don't know who you are. You fall in nothing for this. Same old okey-doke. You fell for it when you was a kid. Your parents fell for it. That's why you went through all that when you was a child. When you grow up, you go through the same thing again. All right. And then your children gonna go through the same. Then your grandchildren. All right. Some of your great grands gonna go through that. All right. Anyway, I will arise and go to my father, and I will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee. I did it. King David did it. That's what this is about. That's what Jesus told you. All have sinned and come short of the glory of God. He without sin, let him cast. He without sin, let him cast the first stone. Because Jesus is telling them, all of y'all have sinned. So nobody can hold no one. Wait for you to repent. And then when you repent, everything changes in your life. Not when you repent and go back to Christianity. When you repent and return to your Creator, your first love. Yeah, that's what you tell your Father. I have sinned against heaven and I sinned before thee. And that's what who's the Father. And then things changes in your life. That's what King David did. He confessed all his sins, all our faults, confessed his sins. And they repented. And what happened next? The blessings. Oh, did they get blessed? That's why I was telling you about yesterday. Because they forgot all that. And then they get caught up into your own pride. And get caught up in everything in this world, and then when they fuck you up. That's when you go to Testament of Solomon, paragraph 27. They tell you how he say get them to believe in him. And that's what we do. You got these pastors and preachers to believe in that money and that prosperous gospel, whatever it is, these evangelical gospels and those different gospels. Everything, you don't mind. Everything but your Creator. And he gave it to them. Yeah? And they believed in that. Now that's what they believe in. And that's why they're lost. And everybody who believes and run behind them will be lost just like you. I know. Because I look in the church house and see all of them dressed the same way. Yeah. All of them have on fine raiment. When I say dressed the same, all of them have fine raiment on. Hair fried, dyed, fixed up, barbershop, beauty parlor, whatever. That's all of them look the same. That's all of them. All right. That's how I know. How else would I know? All right. I mean, Lord God would tell me because you can see it. All right. Anyway, yeah, you can see it. Yeah, well, and I am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. And he arose again to his father, but when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion, and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. Yeah. And the son said unto his father, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight, and no more worthy to be called your son. But the father said to his servant, bring forth the breastrobe, put it on. Put on a ring on his hand and shoes on his feet. So they're not the Most High doing that for you right now. Yeah, after you sin and come back to him, what he does? Come on, bro. Oh, man, what does he do when doggone? When you sin and go back to he doesn't do that for you. Don't make me say it, bro. But you just go ahead and admit that he have done that for you. Yeah, so the Most High, when you went back, as you returned, and what happened? You keep this holy covenant, you keep the Sabbath day, the covenant, you keep all the covenant, right? All right. So, just like I told you, I could put a ring on my finger. Yeah. You gave me a white garment. All right. And then you tell him, put that white garment on him. All right. What about the shoes on your feet? Did he not give you shoes? All right. One time I had fish shoes. The other time I had boots. All right. Gave him a pair of white socks. Bring the fatted calf and kill it and let us eat and be merry. Are you not keeping the Passover? Are you not keeping the feast days? I can do it, give it to you everything. Man, Jesus cannot lie, bro. Lord God cannot lie. I'm telling you what he did. All right. So when you return to him, He gave you all these things. Yes, he did. He gave you a white garment. He gave you a crown. He gave you a rod of iron. He gave you a staff. He gave you a whole lot of things. Man, come on, bro. All right. All right. I'm just telling you what he has done. Bring you to the Father calf, so we got Passover and all those different feast days, like you keep it no more died. Right. But this my son was dead and is alive again. So were we not dead? Man, that's why I say that's why I like to read the gospel Thomas. Thomas tell you. Say, yeah, it says you have say he that come once you repent and you see the world and see a corpse. That's what he tell you. Say, that's what you see, a corpse. Well, and you was a part of that course before you repented. And you're going to die, that will be in you, going straight to hell. But this, my son, was dead and is alive again. Is that not so? All right. I just want to make it so. Yeah, because I'm alive. Now, all that stuff that was dead. All that stuff that was just dead, miserable. Yeah. All right. Let's let you know what's going on. But let's continue on. All right, well, I mean, all I can do is give it to you as they have given unto me, man. He was lost and is found. Was that not so? Were we not lost? Man, it was over the four corners of earth. I didn't know who I was, or who I am, why I was in this misery, why I was in this captivity. Didn't know none of that. No. Didn't know who you were, nothing like that. But what happened? Now you're found. Now you know that now you know that you're a certain type of angel with certain type of powers. You know you're made truthfully. You know you're made in the image of your Creator. You know you have a mortal soul, a eternal spirit, a bright nature. You know all these things. You know that you have power from up on high. You know who you are now. You know why you were sent in this captivity, why you're in this land. All right. And they begin to be married. So now what? They're happy and you're married, you dance. Why? All right. All I can do is give it to you as they have given unto me. I know. I didn't want to go and read all that into this because you know who you are now, man. Don't let them people take all that away from you, bro. All right. Don't let them people take that away from you. Man, don't go back to the church out, I'm telling you. So while you get back in there, Satan ain't gonna let you go. Satan gonna be pounding you till you die. All right. Anyway, now his eldest son was in the field, and he came and brought nigh to the house. He heard music and dance. And he called one of the servants and asked him, "What these things mean?" He said, "Thy brother is come, and thy father had killed a fatted calf, because he had received him safe and sound." Yeah. A lot of people out there with that. No. And he was angry and would not go in. Therefore came his father out and entreated him. And answered said to his father, "Lo, these many years do I serve thee. These transgress I any time thy commandment. And yet thou never gavest me a kid that I might make merry with my friends." Well, what are they doing? These pastors and preachers doing all that for? Why? They got a global partnership. They CDs and they books and all those different things. They jet planes, they firing and clothes and all that. And why are they doing it? To heal the sick, to raise the dead, to give the blind sight, all that's been taken away from them. So why are they doing it? Tell you why they're doing it. Yeah. Yet thou never gives me a kid that I might make merry with my friends. That's why they're doing it. Proud and puffed up, while Apostle Paul was going out there doing all that he did. Well, why what I was doing the things that I did? A man pleaser. That's why I became to please the Adventist church, to please the people in the church, to please the women, to please the men. Everything but please my Creator, because I wasn't doing nothing of my Creator was asking me to do. I was definitely lost. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's brother so boy. That's him. That's his car. That's BMW right there. Oh yeah, he got that new one. He get new one every year. Oh yeah, he get new Cadillac every year, bro. Yeah, he parked in that garage. You only take it out a couple of times to go shopping and the church. Hey, just to go to church or some special place like that. Okay. Oh yeah, oh yeah. He'll never wear the same suits twice. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh no, you got about 3 or 4 jet planes. Oh yeah, you can pop up and go anywhere you want anytime. Oh yeah, oh yeah. See the bodyguards? They got about 6 or 7 bodyguards around. Oh yeah, bank account. Oh, bank account. No, he worked so many buildings. See that school over there? He built that school. See that church? He built that church. Oh yeah, he got about 15, 20,000 members, maybe more worldwide. I don't know. I don't know worldwide. He might have 1 million members worldwide. Or more. See? Yeah, that's what they want. They're proud and puff up. Well, how many people healed last year? How many people just healed today? How many people healed 6 months ago? I'm just telling you, bro, man. Oh yeah. Because when the apostles and Lord God sent the apostles and disciples out, man, did you hear what happened in Ephesians the other day? Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know that John? Oh, you see how many people John raised from the dead? Oh yeah, he walked in that temple and destroyed that temple. Oh, Paul. Oh, yeah, Paul. Used to be Saul, now it's Paul. Yeah. See all the blessings that he's giving to people. Heard about how he healed the blind man? Man, come on, bro. That's what's supposed to be going out, but you don't hear that. No, you don't hear that. But that's the way they want it to be, man. I'm just giving it to you as he has given it unto me, bro. All right. Well, because these people hope that you never get your power and strength and want you to keep living under that lie. Wherever that lie may be, a lie may be Christianity, a lie may be Jehovah's Witness, a lie may be Seventh-day Adventist, a lie may be Mormon, the lie may be Catholic, the lie may be Muhammad, the lie may be Allah, yeah, the lie may be Buddha, all right, the lie may be Hindu, whatever it is, that's the lie they want you to live up. And you be bounded by that lie. And then when you find out sickness and disease and all that take over, you want to know why. Well, oh, Buddha, I've been serving you all these many years. You can't. You're serving the idol. Word star, where's that chest off? Dang. Where's that? Where's that? Go ask them. Yeah, you can ask them. They're alive and well. Go ask them. They'll tell you. Go read it. Right. Because that's what they want to do. They want to be make married with their friends and brag one another and call one another on the phone. And oh yeah, I'm gonna be down there. Got my meeting coming up. Got our summer wild woman down loose coming up. Yeah, that's one of the favorite times of the year. Oh yeah, I got the crafts appreciation. I know I'm gonna get a couple of million off of that. And that's what they do, man. All right. It's not about you. Not about you at all. Anyway. But as soon as this thy son was come, which and devoured thy living with harlots. Okay. When you go, Jesus know what he was talking about. You don't know what that man was talking about. Wait a minute. Let me see. If I can get any one of the books out here, I'm sorry, but that's how I got it packed right now. This book here. Yeah, the Lord's Book of the Bible got 12 patriarchs in this book. And so what was going to become of Judah? What was going to become of us? What happened to us? What happened to us? Yeah, so who you think popping bottles and into those dances and all that? Well, who you think he was talking about? Testament of 12 people. I'm just go down. I'm not going to stay that long. You got to say, but as soon as that son was come, which was devoured, which had devoured that little with hardness. So let's see who he's talking about. Yeah, you got to know the prophecy. Jesus was talking about somebody. He'll let you know who he was talking about. All right, well, let's see what he says. Oh, I'll just read it to you. I don't have to. I'm going backwards and forwards with y'all that foolishness, man. Just read it to you. All right. Because you are special people, and the Lord God has left everything for us. But we don't want that. No, we don't want that. We want everything but what we're supposed to. No, man, we want everything but the Lord, what the Lord God has given us. Okay. Let me see. That forgive me. I'm all. No. I need my time almost up. It's not up already. But I just want to show you. I want to show you where what right there what he said. Oh yes, yeah. It's right there. He tells you it's right there. He said, but as soon as thy son was come, which had devoured thy living hardness. And so who do you think he's talking about? All right, let's see that. Well, you're Judah, you're Israel, or you're not scattered to the four corners of earth. And what happened? Huh? All right, because that's what he told you what you was going to do. Huh? That's what he said. He said, I'm going to tell you what's going to be. He said, the sins of Israel, regeneration, and messianic error. Now I have much grief, my children, because of your lewdness and witchcraft, idolatry, which you shall practice against the king. Follow them that have familiar spirit, diviners and demons of error. You make your daughters singing girls and harlots, and you shall make it an abomination of the Gentiles. Yeah. So who are you talking about? All right. Talking about Israel and Judah. All right. Yeah, that's what we have done. But as soon as thy son was come, which had devoured thy living harlots, have we not done it? Thou hast killed for him the fatted calf. Yeah. Well, that's what we have done, brother. That's we made sure we had that. Passover. And he said unto him, son, thou art ever with me, and all that I had is thine. It was meant that you should make merry and be glad, for this thy brother was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is found. Is that not so? I was telling who you are, man, because everything has been restored to you. Everything. Come on, brother. You reading it every day. You living it. You're not just reading it, you're living it. These things have been restored to you. Oh, you haven't? So Jesus is alive. He haven't restored everything back unto you. Jesus, I'm just a question. So Jesus haven't found you. The Creator haven't found you. The Most High haven't found you once again. We had to scatter you out to the four corners of earth. Well, let's go there. My time is up, but let me go there. Because I don't mind being a liar, but, well, let's see. Let's see. Because were you not lost? You know who you are now? All right, well, let's see that. Well, let's see. Because you just you don't want to know who you are, man. You're not knowing anybody, bro. All right. And the people don't want you to ever know. They don't want you to find yourself. That's what it is. They don't want you to find yourself. All right. All right. Well, let's see this one here. No, we can go there. He said, he shall feed his flock like a shepherd. He shall gather his lambs in his arm and carry them in his bosom. They shall gently lead those that are with him. All right. Well, let's continue on. Let's go to another one there. No, because he tell you what he's going to do. Okay. All right. No, let's see. Let me see. No, because I want to get a special one for you. I don't just want to go in there. No. All right, here we go. We go to Jeremiah chapter 23. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the country whither I have driven them. And I will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them which shall feed them. And they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall there be lacking, say the Lord. Say the Lord. All right. Behold, the days come, say the Lord, thou raise unto David the righteous branch. And the king shall reign and prosper, shall execute judgment and justice in the name. All right. Well, one more then. Jeremiah 23, verse 6. It's a simple thing. In his days, Judah will be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And the name whereby shall be called the Lord our righteousness. All right, well, let's continue. Well, say, therefore, behold, the days come, say the Lord, they shall no more say, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth that brought up that which led the seed of house of Israel out of the north country and from all the countries where I have driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. Is that not so? All right. Well, wait. All right. Well, let's because I know the guy said it was lost but now it's found, right? All right. Let's put one of them in. Let's put one of the found parts in there. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 14. And I will be found of you, said the Lord, and I will turn away. And I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all the nations, from all the places where I have driven you, said the Lord, and I will bring you again into the place where I called you to be carried away captive. Is that not so? Well, I'm just telling you why would the Lord God lie to you? All right, well, let's do another one. Behold, I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the coast of the earth, and with them the blind and lame, the woman with child, and her that travel further with child together. A great company shall return thither. They shall come weeping, and with supplication will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of water in a straight way. Therein shall not be stumbled, for I am the father of Israel. Ephraim is my firstborn. Huh? Hear the word of the Lord, O you nations. Declare it in the isles of far off, and say, he that scattered Israel will gather him and keep him as a shepherd do his flock. For the Lord hath redeemed Jacob and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he. All right. I just wanted to show you that you were lost, but now you're found. And you're back a nation again. All right. Let's see. All right. Well, I read that to you. Let me see. Because let me see if I can get one more out of here. That's Jeremiah. We go to another one. Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 17. Therefore, thus said the Lord, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the country where they should come. Therefore, thus said the Lord God, I'll even gather you from the people, assemble you out of the country where you have been scattered, and I'll give you the land of Israel. All right. So, because that's who you are and everything. Anyway, bro. All right. I didn't read it to you, bro. All right. Well, let's read this one more bit. Ezekiel chapter 20. And I will bring you out from the people, and I will gather you out of the country where you are scattered, with a mighty hand and stretch out arm, and with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and I will plead with you face to face, like as I played with your fathers in the wilderness in the land of Egypt. So I will plead with you, said the Lord. I'm just telling you, man, I just want you to know who you are and that you not know anybody. You greed now, Clyde. I just want you to know. Man, you not know anybody, bro. You gotta stop falling for the old okie doke. You gotta stop letting these people tell you, and you're reading all the time who you are. You're having dreams about who you are. Everybody telling you about who you are, but unless you believe who you are, that can do you no good. Then anybody can come along and say, oh, no, the Jews are God's chosen people. You're not no Jew. And there you go, falling for the old lie once again. After the Most High had taught you and told you through all His words. And the book go in there that you can read where it says the Jews are God's chosen people. All right. Well, you got that book, put it down there. Make sure that it's of Jesus. Make sure that it's of the law of God. All right. Because they got books out there saying that, but it's not scripture, it's not the testimony, not part of the testimony, not a part of our law. Yeah, they tried to say it, but God rebuked that. Man, Lord God rebuked that so fast, man. All right, Clyde, give me the verse. I want you to post that verse. Post it up. Put some numbers down so I can go read it. Hurry up, my time running out. I got 4 minutes. Put it down there. I want us to read it. These are great verses. Oh, talk about what I did. All right, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, because that's the time you're living in. He told you the third day He's going to revive you, He's going to restore you. And that's where you're at. You got to take a hold of that, man. If you're not spread, the Spirit speaking in tongues is for everybody. When you go to the book of Acts, 2nd chapter, it showed you when day of Pentecost came, everybody that was there, no matter what nation they was from, what people that they are or was, all of them spoke in the tongues, man. Stop letting these people deceive you. No. Oh, everybody don't post. Everybody can speak in the Spirit because the Lord God showed you on the day of Pentecost that all of them had the gift of speaking in the Spirit, the gift of speaking in tongues. And you pray, keep praying for it until He do it for you. No, man, it doesn't work like that. Now, you might not get it. Let me tell you what happened. Before I go back to that, let me tell you what happened. This is how I received it. So during that time was Pentecostal, and there was out there with people, women and stuff out there, and so there's a reason, time and chance, wisdom, purpose, everything else. So that was what was my time. And so she there one night, and she said, after she did a little Bible lesson, who want to stay here and pray for the gift of speaking in the Spirit, speaking in tongues? And say, y'all can stay. And so next thing you know, about 4 of us staying there praying, the next thing you know, I didn't only get the gift of speaking in tongues, I got a gift of interpreting in tongues. Just like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. I done been around people like that, bro. Trying to bring it on, trying to get there. People that they haven't done it before, now they're trying to bring it on. And they're trying to do it up. Yeah, they're trying to bring it on. They're trying to enjoy it. But it just comes and goes. It comes and goes. It's not a steady thing. And so, but you have to pray, and it becomes steady. Especially if you're around somebody else who's doing it. And you and them can converse. You speaking in the Spirit, they speak in the Spirit, and they understand you. You understand them. That's how it's supposed to be. All right. Well, if I met certain person, that's how I spoke to them. Because they can speak in the Spirit also. And that's how, even though that they don't have nothing else, they still have that. And so that's how I would have conversed with them. All right. Because it's about y'all, man. Everything is about you. If you don't know that by now, everything is about you. Everything that was created for you. I haven't went over that with you too many times. Right? Everything is about you. When you going to understand that? When you going to get that in your heart? Everything is about you. That sun shining in the morning is shining for you. That moon setting at night is setting for you. That the air, that wind that blows, that's for you. The stars that you see, that is for you. Oh, bro, He told you everything he done. Read the Shepherd of HERMAS. And it tells you about Exodus, well, 42nd chapter. Oh, man. All right. All right. All I can do is tell you about that's all I can do. Because I wasn't in love with him. I was not in love with my time. I wasn't in love with him. I wasn't. But when I started obeying his voice, keeping his commandments, and doing the things that's his will, I felt in love with him. Then he showed me everything that he had done for me. Everything, man, I'm telling you. All right. Well, all I can do is give it to you as he has been given unto me. And y'all need to take hold of that because y'all are angels, man. You're a certain type of angel with certain type of power that he had given to you. That restores you back as the first, man. Man, this is not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. I am Elijah. Until next time.